I'll be in touch with you about Roots to Riches.
I'm sure you will.
And you're welcome.
What exactly am I thanking you for?
That you still have a job. You don't think it's a coincidence that Robin Autry kept you on at Benson Jones and Leland, do you?
Okay, well, happy Monday, everybody. We got a sneak peek. Again, props to BET for doing this. I admire their strategy this season. I guess this is their way to see if they can recoup any lingering fan interest or, manage to get ratings up, because I've said it several times on the channel already that this particular week should tell the tale about how ratings will go for the remainder of season 8, because as far as I know, there is no major I guess you could say like either sporting event or anything in pop culture or from the political scene that should be occurring on the 13th, this Wednesday, as the episode airs. Because last week, Wednesday, people, well, even till this day, but people were reeling after the results of Tuesday night's election. So I already anticipated ratings for last week to plummet, and I already did a video about how last week's episode, I believe episode 4, right? Episode 4 was about 0.002. It was basically very, very, very close to being the lowest rated episode ever. So I do wonder how ratings will go this week. I think perhaps Gary's foaming at the mouth at the end of the last episode should, in theory, bring back some people, because people might wonder, oh my God, is he going to die? What's going to happen? Maybe that might be enough to bring those numbers up. But if not, and the numbers dip into the 0.6 range, I don't really see any coming back from that. So you just saw a sneak peek where Marie goes into Hayden's office and they're discussing Roots to Riches. Considering Marie is going to Hayden about this, I'm guessing this has to do with the lawsuit. Maybe Marie shows up at the salon, or Pam gives her a phone call. Maybe Marie gives him a call like, so what's the update on your business plan? And then they tell her the bad news about the situation involving Vanessa trying to sue them. So maybe Marie takes this information, gives it to Hayden, and then basically says, hey, this hair care product I'm investing in, they're about to be faced with a lawsuit, so I'm going to need you to represent them, handle the case. And then Hayden doesn't want to do it. So this could explain why we see Fatima at that conference room table with Pam and Karen, because Hayden considers this to be beneath him, and as a result, Fatima has to do it. So that actually, if things play out the way I just laid it out for you, that actually makes a lot of sense. However, I think Hayden is underestimating the situation, because like Marie said, people scoffed at me when I took my girl group Fame. So I like how we get a little bit of lore about Marie. So back in the day, she was in a girl group. So she took her Fame, started a record company, and boom, $1 billion. And then, amongst other things, as Hayden said, you have a number of different, million, multi-million, or $1 billion industries, while you're worried about this little hair care product. And I'm thinking that Hayden passing this off to Fatima, again, I'm assuming that's what happens. Let's say he gives the case over to Fatima, and then Fatima's the one that has to handle it. If she's able to help win, and then Roots to Riches blows up, that's going to be several gold stars on her, theoretical chart. And then Marie will give her a lot of praise. Hayden, on the other hand, will get nothing, because instead of handling the job like Marie told him to, he opted to just cast it away because it's like, I got better things to do. And that's a huge mistake. So even further, we come to find out that allegedly, if not for Marie, Robin would have fired Hayden. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, Hayden does some slimy stuff, but I just hate the fact that he's just hanging on by a string. So I guess everything that went down recently with, the whole water under the bridge thing is only due to Marie telling Robin not to fire Hayden. I don't know. It just feels a bit cheap to me. Then again, I know Hayden is a prick. He has overinflated ego, especially the way he's been treating Fatima lately. But if you get rid of Hayden, then what? Like I said before, he is a jerk, but at the same time, one of the best attorneys at the firm. So I mean, fine, if you want to dump me from the company, that's your loss. Good luck trying to find somebody else to do Andy's work on top of their workload. Not to mention the cases that Hayden has in his work. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that Robin was probably going to axe him at some point. I don't know if this is a recent development. Maybe Marie spoke to... Well, it wouldn't surprise... Given that Robin owns the firm and he's back in town, it wouldn't surprise me if he and Marie had a conversation or two recently off screen. So I don't know, because Marie probably told him about, Andy and Hayden working on the case, and Andy was the shining star, and, Hayden, and, he's all right, so I guess you ought to keep him aboard. Who knows? Makes you wonder, if he didn't have sex with her those couple of times, how would she feel about him then? Who knows? Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. So this pretty much lays the foundation. Hair foundation, get it? The foundation of how we seemingly have Fatima taking care of the Roots to Riches case. And Hayden is pretty much going to regret that, because instead of doing what he was told, well, he's going to give up a golden opportunity. So when Roots to Riches excels, then they really don't have Hayden to thank at all. This is just, it sucks. It really does. I mean, he could have at least, done the bait. I feel like he's just going to toss this to Fatima's lap instead of helping at least establish the case and whatnot. And then Fatima, all things considered, I still feel like you have what it takes to handle this. So I'm going to set up this, I'm going to throw you the ball. You just feed it to the bucket. There you go. Show some effort. Don't, I know he's going to be dismissive about it. Instead of handling the case like any other case in this case, especially when Marie Willis, of all people, hands you a case. It doesn't matter if it's about somebody who, I don't know, scuffed her high heel shoe when she took it in for a cleaning. If she gives you a case, you ought to treat it with the utmost respect and treat it like a top priority. I mean, he's probably still in his feelings about what happened in the season finale, but regardless, you want to make sure you keep old Moneybags happy, especially when she's one of the biggest, if not the biggest client at your firm. So what Hayden's doing right now is non-partner behavior. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's really all I have, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please check out the interview I posted with Dakia Anderson from Beauty and Black. It was a fun interview. Like I said in my posted on community tab, it felt kind of weird getting back into the swing of things of doing interviews, but once it started, it all fell into place. Like I said in my post, lighting and camera angle, those are the two things I really want to work on before my next interview. But as you can tell, I have not used Zoom and Lord knows when. So I'll work on that. But I did upload the MP3 for the interview on Spotify as well. So if you want to listen to the audio, go to Spotify. If you want to look at the video, hey, it's here on my YouTube channel. So make sure you touch base and let me know who else you want me to interview in the near future. And with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.